Here's something that should make you stop and think. The average person, when they receive unexpected money, a bonus, a tax refund, an inheritance, spends almost all of it within 3 months. Not saves it, not invests it, spends it. And here's the part that makes no logical sense. Many of those same people will tell you they're struggling financially, that they wish they had more saved, that they feel stressed about money almost every single day. So why would someone who is stressed about money spend it the moment they get it? The answer isn't stupidity, it isn't weakness, it's psychology. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your own spending habits the same way again. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a 32-year-old office worker. She's responsible, kind, and genuinely wants to get ahead in life. She has a savings goal she's been talking about for 2 years. She knows she spends too much. She tells herself every Monday that this week will be different. Then Friday arrives. She had a hard week. Her boss was difficult. The commute was exhausting. She opens her phone, sees a sale notification from her favorite clothing store, and before she fully realizes what she's doing, she's already checked out. $80 she didn't plan to spend. Gone in 4 minutes. Sound familiar? Sarah isn't irresponsible. Sarah is human. And what happened to her on that Friday has a very specific psychological explanation, one that plays out millions of times every single day across every income level. Here's the core problem. We like to think of spending as a rational decision. We see something, we calculate whether we can afford it, we decide yes or no, and we act accordingly. But that's not how it actually works. Most spending decisions are made emotionally first and justified logically second. The brain decides it wants something almost instantly, and then spends the next few seconds constructing a reason why that purchase makes sense. I deserve this. I've been so stressed lately. It's on sale, so I'm actually saving money. I'll start saving next month. These aren't real financial decisions, they're emotional releases dressed up as logic. And the modern world, with its one-click purchasing, endless notifications and carefully engineered marketing, is specifically designed to trigger those emotional releases as often as possible. You are not making free choices when you impulse spend. You are responding to a system that has been carefully built to make you spend. There are 3 psychological forces driving almost all unplanned spending. The first is stress relief. When the brain is under pressure, it looks for a quick escape. Spending money, especially on something new, activates the brain's reward system and provides a temporary sense of control and pleasure. It feels good. For a moment, the stress disappears. This is why retail therapy is real, not as a smart financial strategy, but as a genuine neurological response to discomfort. The second is social identity. Humans are deeply social creatures, and purchases are often less about the item itself and more about the identity that item represents. The right shoes, the right phone, the right car, these aren't just objects, they're signals. They say something about who we are or who we want others to think we are. And the fear of appearing behind or lesser or struggling, that fear is a powerful spending trigger. The third is future discounting. The human brain is wired to value things that are available right now far more than things available in the future. A reward today feels more real than a reward in 10 years, even if the future reward is objectively much larger. This is why someone can know intellectually that saving is better and still choose spending in the moment. The future self doesn't feel real enough to compete with the present moment. These 3 forces combine to create a pattern that quietly destroys financial progress over years and decades. It's never one big purchase that keeps people broke. It's the accumulation of small emotional purchases made repeatedly. that drain money faster than it can be earned. And the painful irony is this: the stress of being financially behind creates more emotional spending, which creates more financial stress, which creates more emotional spending. It's the same cycle, just showing up in a different form. Studies show that people who report the highest financial stress also report the highest rates of impulse spending. Not because they're reckless, but because stress and spending are neurologically linked. The worse you feel, the more your brain pushes you toward the quick relief of a purchase. Here's what nobody tells you. The entire consumer economy is built on your inability to delay gratification. Every sale countdown, every only 3 left in stock notification, every influencer showing you a lifestyle slightly better than yours, every app designed to make purchasing frictionless and instant. These are not accidents. They are deliberate psychological triggers engineered by teams of behavioral scientists designed to bypass your rational mind and speak directly to your emotional brain. You are not fighting your own weakness when you overspend. You are fighting a multi-billion-dollar industry that has studied human psychology for decades and knows exactly which buttons to press. That doesn't mean you're powerless, but it does mean that willpower alone is never going to be enough. You cannot out-discipline a system designed to defeat your discipline. You need a different approach entirely. So, what actually works? First, create friction. The consumer system is designed to make spending easy. Fight back by making it slightly harder. Remove saved payment details from shopping apps. Add a 24-hour rule before any unplanned purchase. The goal isn't to stop yourself forever, just long enough for the emotional impulse to pass. Most impulse purchases feel unnecessary 24 hours later. Second, identify your triggers. Sarah spent money after a hard week and a stressful commute. Her trigger was stress. Other people spend when they're bored, lonely, or scrolling social media late at night. Knowing your specific trigger is the first step to interrupting the pattern before the purchase happens. Third, redirect the reward. The brain wants relief. Give it relief in a way that doesn't cost money. A walk, a phone call with a friend, a meal you enjoy. The goal is to meet the emotional need without spending. Over time, this rewires the association between stress and spending. Sarah still works the same job. She still has hard weeks, but now she understands something she didn't before. That her spending wasn't really about the clothes or the sale or even the stress. It was about a brain doing exactly what brains are designed to do. Seek relief, seek identity, seek now over later. Understanding that didn't fix everything overnight, but it gave her something more powerful than a budget. It gave her awareness, and awareness, as we've seen, is always where real change begins. The system is designed to keep you spending. Now you know how it works. The question is, what are you going to do differently starting today?